Hello, assalamu alaikum everyone. So we will start S2 with continuous random variable topic. Okay, and let's start with the concept of it. So continuous random variable basically means it's a continuous function. Um, for a continuous function, we can make a sketch. Okay, for example, length of time of car parking. ठीक है, another thing that can follow, for example, lifetime of bacteria. So these are continuous functions, right? And they can be plotted on the graph. So area under the graph gives you, for example, if this is and this is valid from 0 to 5, that means the area between 0 to 5 will be 1. ठीक है, अच्छा जी. So a couple of pointers that which are important is this is a function f of x, and let's say, okay, let's make it a generic form. F of x when integrated with the limits b and a, the answer will be 1. So this is the first note that you need to know. Now what is expectation? Expectation is x f of x, that is you multiply the function with x and then you integrate it with full limit. The answer that you get is going to be expectation. Variance will be you multiply the function with x square, integrated with full limit, minus expectation ka whole square will give you the variance. Quartile 1, which is also called the lower quartile. Now you know, and the initial limit f of x, the area will be 0.25, because you know lower quartile is 25% of data. That means if this is my graph, this is my lower quartile, my median, my upper quartile. So remember that this area is 0.25, this combined area will be 0.5, and this combined area will be 0.75. Okay, so this is the concept. So this is the unknown here which we will find out. Now for median, this is what we will find out. For upper quartile, so these are all the concepts that you need to know, and using these concepts now we will solve some of the questions from past papers, so you have a better understanding of the topic. Okay, now the first question says find in any order the probability that x is less than 2, and what they've given us is that x is less than 1 is this is 0.25, which is the area. So if I find out, can I say the area is that this is a triangle, so half into the base is 1 into the height, which is h, equals to 0.25. So my height comes out to be so this is 0.5. Now using these values, so we have one point is 0 comma 0 and another point is 1 comma 0.5. I can find out my f of x, because you know f of x is the equation of the line. So f of x is equals to half x. This is my c part that I've done. Okay, now the next thing is that you can how do you find out the value of a? So if you integrate half x with the limits a and 0, the entire function should be equal to 1. So the value of a is 2. Now they wanted to find out the probability of x less than 2. Acha ji. So probability of x less than 2, this is the value itself is 2, so you can say this is going to be 1 because the entire function is less than 2. So the value of this is going to be 1. Find the median of x. So you know median, lower limit is 0. Alright, let's do a couple of more questions from past papers so that you have a better understanding. Show that k is equals to 3. When I integrate it with full limit, the entire equation will be equal to 1. Anything multiplied by 0 remains 0. Anything power k plus 1 to the power anything remains 1. Show that the mean of x is 0.8 and find the variance of x. So for mean, you need to multiply the function by x. So this is my mean, which is 0.8. Now how do we find out the variance? Now integrated. Acha ji, find the upper quartile of x and find the interquartile range of x. The area for upper quartile is always now the next is find the interquartile. That means first you need to find out the lower quartile. Now interquartile range is upper quartile minus lower quartile. This is upper quartile, this is lower quartile. Let's take up one more question. How do we integrate this f of x? With full limit, we get the area is equals to 1. (24 minus 18 is 6). less than 2 hours of cloud cover. Less than 2 hours ki first I need to find out the probability. Integrating it and then put the limits of this is my probability of getting less than 2 hours multiplied by 365 to get my expectation, because I'm doing n into p, np. On 105 days, you can expect to have less than 2 hours of cloud cover. Find the mean number of hours of cloud cover per day. My function is x minus 18 the whole square upon 2016. Mean means you multiply it by x and then you integrate it with the limits 24 and 0. First you open this with the help of identity. Putting in the limits. Mean. End of chapter now. Okay. So you can see most of the distribution lies towards the left hand side. So you can say that the median is going to be less than 0.5. Let's take up another question. The diagrams show for each of the functions give a reason why it cannot be a probability density function. This cannot be a probability density function because it is in the negative y-axis. And this does not exist because negative x-axis, एक तो ये चीज़, दूसरी चीज़, चलो negative x-axis is still acceptable thing, but if you look at the area, this is 2 by 1, the area is 2. Area cannot be more than 1. Now for expectation, you multiply it by x and then integrate it. So it becomes 30 ln x with the limit 15 and 10. Find the median of x. Find also the probability that x lies between the median and the mean. For median, what you do is you integrate it with now they're saying it lies between the median and the expectation. What is the expectation? Median and expectation. When you integrate, when you put in the limits, this is a bigger limit. That's my answer. That's the end of this topic.